Thank you, Chairman. Appreciate it. Ambassador, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, ma'am. I want to stick with the ghost ships and maybe extend a little bit of the conversation that we were just having, understand a little bit more of the risk profile about these ghost ships that are legally moving Iranian oil. So just number one, when we talk about that risk profile, compare, contrast it to a traditional ship that you might board, check out their certifications, things like that, in terms of spill probability, hull integrity, crew competency, things like that. Give me a brief compare and contrast to something that's a legal operating vessel.
Well, again, we haven't seen many of these. These vessels we're seeing right now are probably the first couple that we've gotten aboard, but I will tell you, they are very...
And again, first couple you've gotten aboard?
Yes.
Is that what you said? Yeah.
Yes. We typically, the shadow fleet operates between China, Iran, Russia, Venezuela, Cuba. We don't access them. The Coast Guard the U.S. Coast Guard doesn't normally see them because they're not allowed to enter U.S. ports. But the one in particular that we boarded, the skipper was extremely substandard. It was extremely overloaded. The cargo systems were not functioning properly.
How overloaded? How substandard?
Extremely, yeah, very substandard. They had loaded cargo into areas where they shouldn't. They're not normally allowed to load cargo. They pressed those up, but the cargo systems themselves were not working. The firefighting system was not operating properly. Just basic firefighting, life-saving issues.
It's fair to say these are not the newest, latest, and greatest.
No, these are old. These are old ships. The value on these tankers is the cargo. The vessels themselves are. Not in good shape.
Okay, tell me about insurance carried on these. If they're moving oil and one of these ghost fleet vessels goes out there and has a spill versus something that is otherwise a normal operating vessel.
As we've gotten aboard, all the documentation has been false. And so, everything that we would normally require on a tanker to even operate in the United States, insurance, P&I Club, COFR, all of those things, we presume that they don't have it, and so we are treating it as if they don't.
So you're saying these ghost fleet vessels, maybe they carry fraudulent documents, but they're nothing more than fraudulent in your experience? Is that
what we've seen so far? Is that they're all the documents they've had are not in compliance with international standards.
Now, my understanding is, and please correct me or educate me on this, it might be we might label it for our purposes an Iranian ghost fleet vessel. But that doesn't mean this is an Iranian flagged ship. Where are these? What's the difference between where they're flagged and where their actual beneficial ownership is? Where do you find that coming into play?
What we have found is that they are making multiple claims of ownership, multiple claims of flags. So we do.
Where are those claims of ownership typically?
And it's been varied. The flags that they've been claiming have been in West African countries. That don't have the ability to validate those things on the international level, those type of things. The owners themselves are obscured to us. The vessels that have been seized by the Department of Justice, I'd have to refer you to those if they have access to the owners.
Distinguish between these terms, if you can. Again, help educate me on this. A vessel's registered owner versus the beneficial owner versus the operator versus the charterer. Walk me through those different terms and why they matter.
I'd have to get back to you on that, sir. We normally, in the Coast Guard, deal with the owner-operator, the primary representative of the vessel when we're taking official action. The nuance of some of those, I can get back to you on, sir.
So would you categorize this as certainly an environmental issue that these ghost ships are operating, an environmental issue for the Gulf?
Well, we are working to mitigate it. I think the amount of cargo that's aboard some of the vessels. These are 1,000-foot, very large crude carriers, VLCCs as we call them, that are too large to enter into U.S. port. And so what we're doing is we're putting our marine inspectors aboard in order to mitigate that. We're working to put salvage experts aboard. We have tugs aboard. We have folks trying to work to fix the equipment aboard.
So to summarize it, and if I missed something, let me know. But you said crews typically have a level of incompetence or untrained or just don't have the experience on these ghost fleets. That's fair to say.
The crews themselves, I wouldn't want to categorize how they've been operating the vessels. I would say the vessels themselves are substandard. We have not evaluated the crews.
Okay. Thank you for your time. My time has expired. Thank you for
Thanks,
the
Carter.
answers, and all the best. Semper Paratus.